There's something about Beirut that's interesting to everyone. Well, living in a country where every day you awake with the idea that something might go wrong. I mean, political instability is something that we've lived on a daily basis even before the day I was born. Maybe we just got so used to the idea of wars. Maybe we just got so used to the idea of, bombs and all that stuff. Part of the whole cultural scene, just want to step away from all of that political stuff. And you want to fight this sort of system. And you don't want to do it by going down on the street and protesting. I mean, this is really not the point for us anymore. It's basically showing them that we've got the talent to actually make new things and make new ideas and a new culture for ourselves. We've got this whole huge network of creative and passionate young people. They're going all over the world and they're proving themselves. There's actually something really exciting happening coming from there. And if this is our main resource, then obviously this is what we should be investing in. Design can have a role in society that is beyond just the commercial side of it. You see all these young people with their new initiatives, opening up new spaces for collaboration, for co-working, for theaters and arts and culture. And there's a lot of interest. Once I realized what design is and what design can do, I developed this crazy passion to bring together a community, an interest-based community. We're trying to create this platform for designers in Lebanon to think that, okay, now we've got a space where we can actually go exhibit our work, talk about it, and be as important, let's say, as the other fairs that are happening in Milan and London. Studying in this really multidisciplinary sort of environment over the last few years really changed my whole perspective of how I think design should be, and the whole process of getting this collaborative spirit happening and this collective feeling. How do we get young people to be involved in this process, to think about their communities? Trying to solve some issues or challenges that they had. There's a multitude of challenges. First of all, if we're going to start from the most basic, it's the understanding of design. What are we implementing from curricula that we've taken from abroad, and how are we actually implementing them here? The educational institutions don't really help that, and neither does the market. First of all, there's this whole idea of a brand that's lesser in some way in people's minds if it was made in Lebanon, whereas American brands and European brands are supposed to be so much better. This is the idea that we've always grown up with. We don't have the infrastructure to have this big industry where we can produce a lot of our own things that could be affordable for the regular person. But there's a whole majority of people that can't. So of course they're going to be depending on imports. Is it a good thing that we're depending on all these craftspeople to actually, produce the things that we're making? It's such a shame that these things are dying. You need the craftspeople to actually help you do your work. How do we actually look into this whole system and fix it in a way that is profitable for everybody? And it's up to the designers to actually do that. Designers should be really looking into. There are very small initiatives here and there going into communities that are really, full of craftspeople who are talented. Now it's more about relinking all the systems and rethinking the whole structure from like a more holistic perspective. And of course, all of these come together to say why we don't really have that made in Lebanon yet. One of the projects that we did was Desmeme, which took 10 different issues, social and environmental challenges, and then we put the designers to work with the NGOs to sort of think in a more creative, problem-solving way. How do you make the people involved part of the solution rather than just putting the solution to them? This is the most important thing about Beirut Design Week for me. This is a conference where people can go and talk about all these new ideas that are coming from abroad and how can we bring them here and how can we work together. And then there's the workshops. And the workshops are so important because not only do you get to meet other people who you might have never actually met, but you're also meeting them by learning a new skill together. Somebody from Beirut working with somebody from Cairo, somebody from Dubai, going in there, mixing the whole thing up, people from Libya. We've been meeting a lot of them, especially with this whole British Council lab, and I'm just completely fascinated with this. I see a lot of potential in it. So right now, when we were doing the BioCouture workshop, we're already thinking, what can we do with this? This is a person that just came here, gave us this idea. We have it in our hands, we know how, and what do we do with it now? So some people do bitch about it. It is a lot of pressure, it is a lot of expectations. You've got over 100 and something people constantly expecting something. The young people who are trying to do the same initiatives get it completely. What is it that makes me go back to it every day? I owe it back to Beirut to kind of be pushing every day, no matter what the challenges are. Everybody knows that it's depressing. Everybody's depressed anyway all around me, so what's the point of being the same? I really want to get all these talented people that are young, that are leaving Lebanon, to come back and to invest all their energies back in here. And we're creating a platform for that. We're saying it's fine, it's happening, and it's good. When we're doing something like Beirut Design Week for the second year in a row, and you get people from different parts of the world coming to actually see it, this makes us proud, and this makes us go on further. The fact that there's magazines like Wallpaper and Monaco are coming here and talking to our newcomer designers, and it's going to be international, really gets people's eyebrows up. It's all about this validation, We need this validation that's not just, we can know between ourselves that we're doing a great job, but as long as people from out there aren't coming back and telling us, oh, you're doing a great job, we're still always going to be a little bit uncertain. And this is what's really helping. You can kind of understand that this is something that's very beneficial for our country.